Healy's feeling generous and wants to know by you dropping a like on today's video who wants to be gifted the Chapter 2 Season 4 Battle Pass. Chapter 2 Season 4 is now available as confirmed on August 27th not only by the in-game Battle Pass but another lawsuit filed by Epic Games to Apple and Google. And speaking of this process, despite every other season in Chapter 2 not having something this series happen, they've not only been delayed multiple times these prior seasons but surpassing the threshold duration total of 100 days. And with Epic Games turning up the heat, coming out with new terms for lawsuits or new lawsuits themselves, for these bigger companies, let's just say they've confirmed a lot of interesting things, not just the fact that Season 4 will be available on August 27th, but we'll be able to play not even just before Downtime Chapter 2 Season 3, but perhaps on certain devices or platforms, Season 3 across the whole duration of Season 4 as a whole. This is the first time in Fortnite history this will be happening, considering they never allow us to play on two different stages of the game or entirely different maps. However, due to the controversy going down and the complexities of it, as I'm sure you're all aware with this 1980 Fortnite or FreeFortnite trailer, Epic Games are left with no other choice than to release Season 4 only on certain devices, as others won't be supported by these bigger companies considering their access through there, and no longer will be able to be downloaded as they've been taken off the store. And trust me, there's so much more to go over in today's video, so make sure you're sticking around and watching the full thing, as I'm going to explain this in the most simplistic way possible, considering I understand a lot of you watching will be young. Even though Chapter 2 Season 4 is only 9 days away at the time of me recording this video, all cosmetics on screen were leaked in the prior or final 13.40 Chapter 2 Season 3 update. And if you happen to buy any of these when they do rotate, if it's before Season 4 releases or after, make sure you're rocking code FriendlyMachine, as I'm one of very few YouTubers on the platform that still tries to meet this 5 daily gift limit with every 24-hour period that passes or resets it by rewarding my most loyal supporters or subscribers. So if you potentially want to receive a gift, make sure you subscribe to the channel with all notifications turned on and comment your Epic Games ID down below, so perhaps even in the next video I can get around to showing me gifting you. Even if you don't want to receive a gift, perhaps are V-Bucks rich or got refunded this amount when Fortnite rolled out the Fortnite mega sale, make sure to subscribe regardless, as a whopping 70% of you guys aren't subscribed watching the video right now, meaning the subscribe button is red. Make sure to click it, and also whilst you're at it, turn on notifications and make sure to subscribe to the second channel, as we're rapidly approaching 25k over there, which will be the first link in the video description down below and attached in the pinned comment. Okay, so before we dive into the lawsuit or everything confirmed about how it's going to affect Fortnite Season 4 and the release of it or not on certain devices, I just wanted to show you guys how you can get an additional amount of XP for simply going somewhere, not even having to interact with everything, which is a follow-up to the previous Ancient Astronaut quest where we assembled and launched this spacecraft. Head over now to coordinates D8 over on the minimap and you will find this spacecraft that once was only visible in replay, hovering in-game as if it's about to take off or has just landed, and the hatch has been opened with the character or Ancient Astronaut himself getting out. Upon approaching this, it will auto-complete the astronaut challenge, as an astronaut is not here, however his spaceship is, rewarding you a completely free 14,000 XP, which I'm guessing a lot of you guys will need to max out your battle pass or earn the fully enlightened style at level 160 for Eternal Night before the release of Chapter 2 Season 4. Now speaking of Season 4, to give a brief rundown of everything that's been going on, obviously as of recently Epic Games implemented the Epic Direct payment method for mobile users, allowing them, instead of giving the commission extra to Apple, to select the option to just simply directly pay through Epic Games instead of these other external platforms that do take around up to 30% commission, which Apple initially wanted. There's no reason for the commission to be this high, and for that reason Epic Games filed the lawsuit not only against Apple but Google too, obviously considering Google Play took it off their version of the store that we can download it off and then play, and obviously for that reason are not supporting it past the current update now, 13.40, or the last one of Chapter 2 Season 3, meaning we're going to be stuck on Season 3 forever if we already have this updated version downloaded on our mobile devices. Despite the memes over the years surrounding iPhone superiority over Android are just chilling, and they realistically have the last laugh considering we can still download the final updated version for Season 3 from the Android phone device stores. Many of you may be thinking there's surely some form of way or loophole to download Fortnite either through Google Play devices or Apple. Well, there simply isn't, and because of this, people across the internet are going crazy in terms of wanting discounting iPhones with Fortnite's final updated version of Season 3 on by buying or selling them, especially on sites like eBay, for literally thousands of dollars. Who remembers when this happened for Flappy Bird, considering it was literally one of the most addictive games or rising ever, free on the App Store, and then suddenly, considering it consumed most people's lives, the guy deleted it, and obviously then people sold these across the internet like eBay for hundreds if not thousands of dollars too. With the community getting involved so much with the FreeFortnite movement, obviously when they filed this second lawsuit yesterday on August 17th, 2020, which is 197 pages long. If you have time to read this, I'll link it in the video description, but the best part about it is it involved the community with several Twitter screenshots, specifically, or most interestingly, FireMonkey, a reliable data miner that we show frequently here on the channel and cover news that he basically puts out there, as I know it's 100% legitimate at the time that he posts stuff. And the posts I mentioned from FireMonkey included throughout the lawsuit itself as Exhibit C is Fortnite has been removed from the Apple App Store after implementing the ability to purchase V-Bucks through Epic Games instead of going through Apple, obviously that we've previously mentioned, but the most interesting thing confirming that Season 4 won't be updated on iOS or Mac or even through the Google Play Store is, once Chapter 2 Season 4 begins, players accessing Fortnite will still be able to play the 13.40 version of Fortnite, but will not be able to access any new content or the new Battle Pass, and also if we're stuck in Season 3 on the mobile devices or iOS and Google devices mentioned, we won't be able to level up the prior Battle Pass when this new season releases, sadly. It will simply be a raw Battle Royale game, and I don't even think the item shop will rotate throughout it, considering this is something that's updated every day, and obviously if they're not supporting it in any way, shape or form across the mobile devices, this sadly may be the case. Even without all these lawsuits flying left, right and centre anyways at specific large companies, the journey into Season 4 is perhaps one of the most weird, if not the weirdest, since Chapter 1 Season 4 initially when we saw the first ever Fortnite live event. The reason for this being is because not only last season did we get everything leaked and even the device live event before it happened or the development stages pulled from the file/coding, but this season it's the complete opposite. No delays, no strings in the coding surrounding any form of storyline related live event, and obviously we have no insight to any Battle Pass skins leaked early from Epic developers or inside sources. Despite Chapter 2 having its first storyline related event being the biggest ever attended not only Fortnite live event, but gaming live event as a whole with 12 million plus eyes attending, it seems they're vaulting the Fortnite storyline and replacing it with collaborations or having these collaborations be canon, meaning they're also involved with it alongside our standard characters that Fortnite create themselves, such as Midas, the Visitor and many others that we've seen. And the reasons we know this to be the case is because not only did Hypex leak an additional menu in the Battle Pass tab allowing us to view a comic book, but on this comic book itself he was able to determine that Galactus and Thor were two characters from the Marvel Universe presented on here. And speaking of Galactus, the only live event development, codename Hightower anyways, which Hypex has been able to pull into the game early this giant rift, the sounds made from it itself put in a spectrogram which basically converts sounds into shapes or actual images, showed the silhouette outline as Gabe Leaks managed to determine of Galactus, one of the Marvel characters themselves included throughout this comic book strip. Despite these map developments being leaked, however not in this location of which Hypex was able to determine, rather so where the rift is going to land above Catty Corner, but then he was able to pull it down more so to get a better view as it won't be this close down to the ground in terms of distance from it, as it's going to be a huge crack higher up in the sky. And despite this being kind of interesting, also linking to what we showed at the start of the video, perhaps the Ancient Astronaut quest, as this brought rifts to Fortnite Chapter 2's map as a whole that we can access from the island of which we initially launched the rocket from, and now we can complete the next quest. My best guess in terms of the main map change for the next season that perhaps won't be visible, well, it won't be on mobile considering they're not going to update it, is that the Authority, as this has changed this centre island every season, initially starting with the Lodge, then the Agency and now the Authority, will become, considering it's highly likely that the Avengers or the Marvel and DC universe are going to be canon or integrated into our storyline, that the building will be revamped into the Avengers headquarters. After all, this headquarter building is a high tower, and the codename High Tower in the files attached to any form of map developments now leading into Season 4 is also under this string, and this also then correlates to the tested movie theme, a conflict between good and evil on a movie set in Chapter 1 Season 4, so perhaps they were trying to replicate this after it being tested initially in terms of how well it would go down or wash with the community. Also on the lead up now to Chapter 2 Season 4, make sure to keep your eyes peeled not only in terms of what's added into the game files, but across social media in terms of other platforms that will have Season 4 updated onto it, slipping up as this happened last season, revealing the overall map changing factors or theme of Season 3, as we could see the battle bus flying over what seemed to be the flooded island early. From this context, I've then created what I believe the icon will look like, similarly anyways to this in Chapter 2 Season 4, with the space theme we've already established, including the integrated or canon Marvel/DC characters. Either way, out of everything mentioned today, until Chapter 2 Season 4 is available alongside Season 3, specifically on mobile devices anyways, that's going to be stuck in this version of Fortnite forever, let me know your opinions on everything in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed, also don't forget to slap a like on it and make sure you're subscribing to the channel with all notifications turned on so that you don't miss any immediate or breaking servicing news/leaks as soon as they release, either uploaded on this channel or the second channel FriendlyMachine, so make sure to hit the big red button over there too. Hopefully I can then recognise you, yes you, in the comment section of the future videos to come down below from remaining active on both channels, and I'm out. So have an amazing rest of your day or night wherever you are whenever you're watching, have a good one, take it easy, and as always, peace.